All right, in this lesson, we're going to cover section breaks, formatting tables, doing the table sum, and inserting a chart into your document, and then also inserting Word document into an open document. We're still using the Shelley Cashman series, Advanced Word Concepts, and we are working with the data files. It should be on your computer. So in the past lessons, we did the banner, and then we also formatted the rest of the title page with the Smart Art graphic and the watermark, and then did the text effects, character effects on the text. So I want you to hold down the Control key and hit that End button, E-N-D, End, to put your insertion point at the very end of your document. Do not use the letter N, Control N, because that will give you a new document. I want you to use Control End, E-N-D. Once when you're at the very end of the document, we're going to put a section break. Now, we've done breaks before with starting a new page, and that was a Control Enter for your reports. However, what we want to do is, instead of a new page break, we want a section break. And a section break allows your document to have it divided into sections. So in your section break, you can establish a certain formatting feature. So like for our title page, we did a style change with the color Verde. And in our section break, on the next section that we divided the document into, we can do a different color style if we wanted to. But we're going to put a section break in there, and to get to the section break, you want your page layout tab, you want breaks, and then you're going to choose next page. And that next page is going to drop down to the next page. And you can tell a section break by this marking when you're showing your formatting codes. That tells me that there is a section break, not a page break, because it would say page break. It's a section break in my document. So we need a clear formatting, so go to Home, Clear Formatting, which is that button right there. And then we're going to insert a Word document into an open document. So we want to make sure that our insertion point is at the very beginning of the document. And with our data files in our drive, we're going to go to Insert, Object, and then Text from File. And we're going to navigate to our documents. And we want the Computer Concept data files, Word, Chapter 4. And we want the charity auction draft. That's the file that we are looking for, so we're going to select that and then click Insert. So this is a benefit for you. You don't have to type all this information. It's been done for you by the publisher, and we have inserted the documents. So pressing Shift F5 positions the insert point on line 1 of page 2 in your document. Shift F5. Now remember, we are working with Mac keyboards, so sometimes the function keys won't always work. So what I'd like for you to do is scroll down to the top of the second document, make sure your insertion point is right before that word do. Okay, let's update our save, Control S for file save. To update, we don't want to save as, we just want to update the save. And we can print, and we're not going to print in class, but we can print or look at our print preview through here. So this is showing the active page that I'm on and the other pages in my documents. Okay, so let's go back to our Home tab, and let's take a look at customizing our theme fonts. When we customize our theme fonts, the theme fonts are text-based, and so we want the Home tab, the Change Style button. Remember, Change Styles over here, and we're going to go to the Styles menu this time, Styles menu. And when we get to the Styles menu, we want to look for the Calibri, and Calibri may not be loaded, so let's try Simple. Simple will be fine. Okay. And then we want to point to the create new fonts gallery. So we're going to go to change styles and fonts and create a new theme font. And for our heading in our fonts gallery, we want the Calibri. So we're going to change this to Calibri. And if you're not finding Calibri, see if you can find that simple again. And I do not see simple. So we're going to try to find something that is clean and fresh. Let's see. Arial will work. So let's try Arial. Body font can be Calibri. And we're going to give this a custom name. And the name is going to be Charity Auction Proposal. And then we're going to click Save. So we set our heading font for Arial, but our body style is Calibri. To delete the page break in our document, we're going to scroll down to the bottom of page 2. And we're going to backspace over the page break. So we want to hit the delete key over the page break to delete the page in the document. Now when I scroll through my document, when I changed my fonts, see what happened? It actually put my title page on 2 pages. So I'm just going to highlight my Join Us for This Great Cause and change my font size down to 36, and that brought it back onto the first page. So you want everything for your title page on that first page. Okay, we're going to cut text from our document. We want to scroll to the end of the document and select the words very much. So thank you very much. We're going to select the words, not the exclamation point, and click cut on our ribbon up here. You can also use the keyboard command Control X, and if you notice the flag that's popping up, it tells you what the keyboard command is, Control X. So we're going to cut that out. And then we're going to create headers and footers. Now the header is at the top of the document, the footer is at the bottom of the document. So in order to go to a section in your document, we need to click page numbers in the document button on the status bar to display and find the replace dialog box. So here's my page number. We're going to click on that and it's going to bring up this find and replace dialog box. The tab of Go To is already selected, and we're going to click on Section, and we're going to type in the number 2 because we want the second section of our document, and click the Go To, and then we can close out our document. And that should bring our insertion point back to the top of page 2. Okay, the header that I was talking about, we want the header to show on page 2, so we need to display the Insert tab. Click on the header button and the Insert tab and click the Edit Header. So here's my header button, and then Edit Header in the header gallery, and switch to the header section 2. So I'm in my header for section 2, and you can see this right here. And then we need to display the same as previous in our design. So same as previous in its lower right corner, click it to the previous button. And there's our footer. And in our header, we're going to choose a specific style. So here's our previous, there's our next, and we're going to choose a specific style. So let's go back to our header gallery, and we're going to choose the type, the document alphabet style, and choose that one. And then scroll to the header itself and type in 5th Annual Knoll Springs Charity Auction. Remember, keywords are to be capitalized. We're going to select our footer area here. So inserts, this time we're going to choose footer and choose the same alphabet style. And in the type text area, we're going to choose join us for this great cause in capital letters. Okay, so remember to get out of the header or footer, you just double click. And we're going to format the page number so it's set differently. So click on the Insert Page Number button on the Design tab here. In the Page Number gallery, we are going to choose Format Page Number. Click the Format Page Numbers on the top. Insert the menu, and you want to click Start at the page number area. And we want our page numbers to start with the 1, 2, 3 style, but we want this to start at page 1. So we don't want our title page to actually count as a page, but the page 2 in our section is going to be page 1. Okay, let's scroll down to the table. Double click in your document so you see your table area. Let's close out the header and footer first, and then you'll see your table. And we're going to format our table. First of all, we have a blank column in here. We need to delete this column. If you click and highlight this column and then right mouse click, you can either cut or delete column to get rid of that column. So that's how you delete a column. We're going to add a row to the table here, and to do that, put your insertion point after the 3-2 in the last cell and hit tab and add a row, and we're going to type in the word total. We're going to sum the columns of the table with the insertion point in the cell that contains the sum, the last row. You want to click the formula button on the table layout tab. So here is my insertion point in that row. Here's my layout tab, and you want the formula button. So here's my formula button to display the formula dialog box. Now you can sum above or you can sum left. So in this case, we're going to sum above, and we're going to click OK, and that is going to total my columns for those cells. We're going to go ahead and click sum above and click OK. And then once again, sum above and click OK. So now if I change a number in my column, instead of 43, 83, 23, I hit 5,000. My number in my total should also change too, because that total is recognizing the value and adding up the values in these cells. So let's take this back to 4383 so that we can continue correctly. Now, when you advance in your cells, you use the tab key to advance from row to row or cell to cell. And if I were to hit the tab key when I'm at that very last cell, that is going to bring up an extra row. We don't need that extra row, but just remember to get an extra row. That's how you would bring up the extra row. Okay, we're going to apply a table style on the table. Make sure you have your insertion point somewhere in the table. You want your design tab. And in the design tab, we have all these styles here in the style group. Click the more button in the design style group. And you want to find the colorful list. And we're going to choose